Hello and welcome to UK Gaming Network. I'm Brian, also known as UK Jane Zoidberg, and welcome to this special look at the upcoming release of Apidya Special. This game is due out on the 25th of August, coming out on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox and Steam.
西暦 1900XX 年世界のどこか
I have been fortunate enough to receive a download code for it now, so that I can give you my first impressions.
平和を愛するユリとイクロに災禍をもたらすため彼の部下たちを率いていた。呪われた1000匹の虫たちが悪事を働こうとしていたのだ。ユリ、どうしたんだ?
This is an excellent reworking of the intro of the original game.
イクロが家に戻ると敵対の生物によって妻ユリが毒に侵されているのを見つけたのだった。なんてことだ、ユリ。君のために魔法の解毒剤を見つけ、あの邪悪な魔法使いに自分の悪行の報いを受けさせてやる。
I'm pretty sure on the original release these were all static images. So if you don't know what Apidya is, it was released in 1992 on the Amiga. Came from a German developer called Kaiko, heavily inspired by Japanese arcade shooters of the time. And this remake has been created by members of the original team, plus some Apidya superfans who have been helping them out. So before we start looking at anything else other than the options, let's just have a quick play. So like the original, you do get this screen where you can choose different options. You get difficulty option, number of lives, number of continues. Interestingly, there's a game speed option where you can have it 50 frames a second or 60 frames a second. I'm going to run it at 60. So let's go for start game.
Player 1, ready!
So the graphics are a reworking of the original pixel art. And you can actually switch between the remake view and the original with a quick tap of one of the buttons on the controller. So that's what the original game looked like on the Amiga. And then this is what the remake looks like. So as you can see, they've bumped things up a little, giving it a new widescreen look. To collect as many angels as you can before you end up running into one of the devils, and that's what happened there.
Player 1, ready!
That little bit of speech was not there on the original either. So as I pick up all those little red tokens whenever you destroy waves of enemies, you can actually have the game automatically select what weapons that you wanted. And that was always one of the things that I liked the most about this game. That you can just concentrate on the shooting rather than having to worry about what weapons you're selecting.
Stage clear!
The Amiga version always had this classic soundtrack by Chris Hulsbeck as well, and that's been fully re-recorded for this remake. New orchestration, and it sounds better than ever. Ooh. It always was one of those shooters where the moment you lose a life, it's really difficult to get back in the flow.
Player 1, ready! Game over. Do you want to continue?
So let's go into the options. So in the video options, you've got the option to have the remake graphics on or off, widescreen mode on or off, and the CRT filters you can switch on and off as well. So I'm going to actually turn them off for the next playthrough. And as far as the audio is concerned, you have you have the ability to play any of the pieces of music to your heart's content. One of the options that you can select on here is to have your weapon downgrades on or off. I'm going to turn that off because that will make things easier for me.
Player 1, ready!
So I personally think that without the CRT filter on, the graphics look a little bit clearer. I know there are people out there who swear by CRT filters, so it's whatever your preference, the game caters for it. Well, this certainly doesn't feel like a remake that's been just cobbled together. This does actually feel like it's been made by people who do actually care.
Player 1, ready!
This was always an incredibly tough shooter, but I think that didn't stop it from being a great one. I have actually already produced a full re-review episode all about this one, the Amiga version of this. I'll make sure that I put a link to that video in the description for this one, if you haven't watched it yet. So you'll find out all the detail. You can find out all about my opinion of the game on there.
Player 1, ready!
In somewhere other than the standard space setting that you would normally get for a shooter like this.
Do you want to continue? Player 1, ready!
I think that was a stroke of genius from the developers. This is probably the first boss on the game that's actually quite challenging. I think staying low is always a good idea because you can at least gauge where these things are falling and avoid them.
You survived scene 1. Player 1, ready! Player 1, ready!
I do like the underwater levels.
Player 1,
Even if they are incredibly challenging. This was always a great game from a visual standpoint, and I think this remake just enhances that.
Game over.
So thank you very much to ININ Games for providing me with this copy so that I can have this early look at the game. if you are interested in playing this for yourself, then the game will be released on the 25th of August, coming to all modern consoles and PC. But that's all I'm going to bring you for now as a first look. I will also try and bring you a full review before the end of the month, letting you know how I think this compares to the great remake of Crossout that came out last year, which is kind of like the gold standard for these kind of releases. So we shall see if this game can compare nicely to that one. So thank you very much for watching.
Player 1.
Please make sure to give us a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video. And I will see you all very soon. Happy retro gaming, everybody. Bye for now.